Let's solve this block. It says test using Let's solve this block. It says test using example functions given below each function. Create a function named add2 which accepts a number and adds 2. So we'll say function which accepts a number and returns num plus 2. Add 3 will do a similar thing, we just have to add 3. Here it says add 5. So we just need to add 5. We'll change the function name to 3 and 5. Create a function named add2 to array which accepts an array and returns the new array. So here we'll go ahead and create a function which accepts an array and returns 2 added to each value. So to access all the variable, we'll say let num of arr. We'll create a final variable with empty array, and here we'll say final dot push num multiplied by 2. Here we have to add 2, so here we'll say num dot push and we'll call add 2 and pass the value num. So whatever getting returned from here will be pushed into the final, and we just need to say return final. Create a function add 3, so in that way we'll say add 3. Here we'll call the function add 3 and this will work properly. We have the same thing here, we have to say add 5 and we just need to do add 5. If we want to test all these functions, we can directly say console.log add 2 to array and we'll pass an array like 1, 2, 3, 4. Save it, refresh it, and we'll see 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we want to change that to something else, we can say add 3 to array and here it will be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In our function, we are repeating the code. Let's fix this. So create a function named changeArray which accepts 2 arguments. So we'll go ahead, create a function named changeArray. We'll say function changeArray which accepts 2 things, an array and a callback function. What we need to do is to loop over all. We'll say let final is equal to blank array. We'll loop over array by saying for let num of array, and here we'll say final dot push and we'll call that function because that is what it's saying. Pass each element of the array to the callback function and store the returned value into new array. So we'll say final dot push, we'll call the callback function, we'll pass the value num. Whatever getting returned will be stored inside final, and we just need to say return final. If we want to test, we can just copy this whole thing from here and paste it here. Refresh it, and we want to call this function. Let's just put console log to it. So we'll say refresh it, and here in all these 3 cases we'll see 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6. So add 2, add 3, add 5, all of them are working properly. Create a function named sendMessage which accepts 2 parameters. So we'll say function sendMessage will accept 2 parameters. The first one is message and the second one is callback. What we have to do is to call the callback function with the message parameter. So we'll say cb and we'll pass message, and we have to return whatever getting returned from there. So we'll say return, and here to test it we'll go ahead and call this one. Here the message is hello. Similarly, if we want to do this, we'll copy it and paste it here. It alerts the message. Even we are saying hello alert and we are passing just alert from here, it is working. Create a function named first that accepts an argument and a function callback and returns the same function as the definition. Okay, so we'll say function first which accepts a callback and returns the callback. We'll create a function named second. Inside that, create another function called third. We'll say let function third which accepts a number and adds 1 to it and return it. So it will accept a number and return num plus 1. Return the function definition third, so we'll say return third. Also write the required code to call the function. So we'll say let value is equal to second. We'll call that function, and if we want to check the value, we'll say console.log check val. Refresh it here, and we can see it is the third function. Here it says create a function called callMe which accepts a callback function. So we have written callMe and cv as an argument, store the return value. So we'll say let final is equal to cb and call that. And here we just need to return the returned value, that is final. And we have to also write a required code to call the function. So we'll say let test is equal to callMe. And here we have to pass a callback function. So we'll just define a function test function without name and which returns 21. It can be anything, but I'm just putting some random code here. Let's move on to the next one. So this is the data, and on this we have to work on it. So create a function named isAdult which accepts an object and returns true and false based on age property is greater than 18 or not. So here we'll write the function isAdult which accepts object, but you should always name a variable based on the data it carries. So it's like person detail, and here we can just say return person details dot age is greater than 18. Create a function isMale. So this function is similar to this. We'll say function isMale which accepts a person detail, and it will accept a person detail, and we just need to check the value of sex is aim or not. So aim means male and f means female. So person detail dot sex is equal to aim or not. So in this way we will be able to find isMale. So let's move on to next. Create a function named isFemale which returns whether f or not. So let's go ahead and say isFemale, and we have to check for f. Here it's like saying grade A or not. So grade A means greater than 12. So we'll have a similar function is grade A, and we can compare it by saying person detail dot grade is greater than 12. It means it is grade A. Similarly, we'll go ahead and do it for grade B. And second says it should be greater than 8 or less than or equal to 12. So greater than 8 and person details dot grade is less than or equal to 12. Move on to the last one is grade C, and C is determined by equal to or less than 8. So we'll say person detail is equal to or less than 8. It means, so it is going to be less than equal to, it means it is grade C. Create a function called filter adult. Array returns a new array. So we have to call the function filter adult which accepts an array, and we have to filter the adult. We'll use for loop for let of array, and here we'll create an array called final, and for each we need to check. So here the function need to check whether, if you can see here, each array has an object and each object has a age property. It's similar to isAdult method we created above. So we say isAdult and we'll pass let person, and whatever the information is, we'll send it to isAdult. If the answer is true, then we have to push the value. So we'll say isAdult and then we have to push it into final dot push So we have to call a similar method called filter male. Here we can just call filter male. The only thing we need to do is instead of is adult, we'll say is male. So here we are passing the data from here, and sorry, we have to also return final. Even in this case, we have to return. We have to create filter female. Here instead of is male, we'll say is female and push it, return it. We'll change the name to is female. Then we have filter grade A. I'll write the same function. We'll say grade A. It accepts an array, loops over it, gets a person. We'll say is grade A, and the final value will be that. Similarly, we have to do is grade B, and here we have to just say is grade B. Here is grade C. Similarly, here we have to do a similar thing than we did earlier, is by making a function named filter, an array of object, a callback function. Call the callback function with each. So here we'll go ahead and call it just filter, which accepts a array and a callback function. And here instead of calling isGrade, we'll just call callback. And now if we check this, it will work with all the data here. So if you want to check, let's refresh it, call the method, and here we can see whoever is adult greater than 18 can be found here. Let's move to the last one that says create a function multiply by. So we'll go ahead and create a function multiply by, which accepts a number and returns a function. Okay, so we'll say it accepts a number and returns another function. Let's see what this function does. Return function accepts another number num2 and return num into num2. So return function accepts another number num2 and returns num into num2. After doing this, so we have to use this to see whether it works properly or not. So here what is happening, we are creating a function multiply by 5, and then we are using that function to multiply the values. So here let's refresh it and say multiply by 5, and we'll call it with the value 10, and we can see the output is 50, that is equivalent of this one. So it is working properly. In second case, we have created another function. So here we can see we have just created one function, but we are using it with different values. So here it is multiply by 5, here it is multiply by 9. Refresh it, and here instead of multiply by 5, if we say 9, it will become 90. So it's one function that we are able to use it multiple ways. So in this way we have completed this exercise.